What's up guys, Sleepy here. So I just want to make a quick video on what I think are some effective ways to become a better attack chopper team. Now I'm going to kind of talk about pilot tactics, gunner tactics, and as well as some maybe some tips and tricks on how to get better with that TV missile. Now I'm flying here with Birdman. He's a pilot, I'm the gunner, and I'm going to talk about kind of the guidelines that we use as a team that keep us successful in the chopper. Now the first thing we do is, once we get airborne, we look for any direct threats to us from the air, whether it's another chopper, a jet, or even an AC-130. Now what we'll do is we'll keep a safe standoff distance and take out the choppers or threats with TV missiles, rockets, and air-to-air missiles. Now once we've eliminated those threats, we'll move on then to anti-air ground units such as the mobile AA, mobile artillery, and any infantry in the area that may be using Stingers or Iglos. Now once you've taken out those threats, you're much more free to then support your ground units such as infantry and armor. Now the biggest threat to those units is going to be enemy armor, and a really good tactic to use with that is kind of the rocket TV missile combo. Your pilot, if he's good with the rockets, he'll be able to soften up a target, eliminate any of the reactive armor on a tank, and that'll allow your TV missile to do the maximum amount of damage. Now if the target doesn't get destroyed, it's usually disabled, and that'll allow the pilot to finish it off with rockets, or you to finish it off with your main cannon. Another good target to try and take out is enemy anti-tank or anti-armor infantry. You want to look for the guys shooting RPGs at tanks. Keeping your armor up and running is a real key to winning a map. Now you have to keep a good heads up as those enemy choppers and anti-air start to respawn and come looking to take you out. Now once that happens, you'll need to get back to another standoff distance and go through that order of operations again.
The TV,
now, obviously you're not going to be successful unless you have an extremely good, skilled pilot. It goes beyond just being able to fly the helicopter well, but it takes good battle sense and awareness. You can watch some of the tactics that we use. One thing that Birdman does really well as a pilot is he knows when to stand off, when to push, and when to retreat. Now we'll stand off as we take out targets from a distance, and then we'll push up. And you'll notice that as we get locked on, he'll duck below radar to avoid air-to-air missiles, and as well as get those ground-to-air missiles to delock as we hide behind terrain and objects. Now once we get to a safe distance, we'll turn around, regroup, and try and take out those targets that are locking onto us. Now the next key piece is having a good gunner, and obviously communication between your gunner and your pilot. Now it's pretty easy for a gunner to master the main cannon. It just takes practice, and you'll master the bullet drop and the speed.
We got a guy
the most important thing about being an effective attack chopper team is having a gunner that masters that TV missile. It takes a lot of practice to get used to because there's that lag between your mouse movement and when the missile actually makes an adjustment in game. A tactic that I used when I was practicing is if I was shooting at a moving or a stationary target rather, I would kind of meander the missile on, zigzag it, and get used to the response time, and that really helped me improve my aiming when I was shooting at moving targets. Now when trying to shoot those moving targets, the biggest piece of advice I can offer is to lead it. You want your last correction to be the most subtle. What I mean by that is if you're leading a chopper, it's much easier to be out ahead of it and come back into it rather than being behind it and then trying to jump out in front. As far as the impact site, you really want it to be probably just behind the cockpit and just in front of where the main rotor attaches to the chopper. Another great thing about using TV missiles, it allows you to essentially fire and forget. Now once your pilot lines you up, you can fire a TV missile, and while you're en route to the target, he can back off, go behind, get cover. Another tactic you can use is shooting from behind cover. Now if you're behind a mountainside or a building or an object, the pilot can just tilt the helicopter into a direction that allows you to shoot around the object and then bring the missile back into the target. It keeps you completely safe from fire while allowing you to rain down fire on the enemy. Also another quick tip I have is with a TV missile, if you fire and miss your target, You don't have to spend the rest of the time aimlessly flying the TV missile around. You can press the E key or whatever you have binded to enter or exit vehicles, and you'll go back to your gunner seat.
You got him.
Thanks, John.
The final suggestion I really have is just to practice a lot. Try and fly with the same guys, same gunner, same pilot combination. Birdman and I have gotten to the point where we really kind of know what each other's thinking. We communicate extremely well, and as long as we kind of follow our same guidelines that I've illustrated in this video, we stay airborne and are really effective in almost every game that we play. Well, thanks for watching, guys. Stay tuned for the next video.